What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So every single Saturday on my live stream, we do this thing that's called a giga. Basically, I invite all of my viewers to join and run the same dungeon as me, and we do that in order to try and see if we can get like better data, because we do like 100 times more runs than I can do solo, and we see if we can typically get like these extremely hard to get items. So we also tend to go and do dungeons that has a chance of these so-called super items. And we actually had to do 2 dungeons this Saturday. So I'm going to talk a bit about the why that is. But first though, big thank you to every single one of you guys for picking up a copy of the 0 to 10 million gold guide. Support has been absolutely insane lately, and if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically a gold guide, a virtual gold guide, like an ebook that has over 180 pages with the best gold making tactics and methods that I personally use in order to achieve multiple gold caps. And even better, whenever there's a new patch or a new expansion to the game, I just update the exact same book and I send that version to your email for free. So it never really expires or goes out of date. And to those of you that have the book, and if you enjoy it, you're definitely going to enjoy the VIP Discord as well. But they're both linked down below in the description. So the first farm that we did was actually a TBC dungeon, and that is Mana Tombs. And we did that because in the previous video from Giga, there was a couple of people requesting me to run Mana Tombs. And the reason why you want to run Mana Tombs, or why you don't want to run Mana Tombs, is back in the days, it was actually a really decent gold farm because you didn't have a regional auction house on stackable items. And inside of Mana Tombs, even if you don't get any of the big loot, you can still mine for corium spawns in Mana Tombs. You kill shadow elemental mobs, that gives you primal shadow. And as long as you've done the quest chain, you can run the dungeon on heroic mode, skip the bosses, and also get Ether and Prison Key, a reputation item that's quite valuable. Actually, right now, as I'm recording this video, the price of those keys are relatively high. However, with the regional auction house, all of these items that I just mentioned, that was like a steady way of making gold running Mana Tombs, are kind of bad, like really bad. So back in the days, it was a dungeon that was farmed by a lot of people because even if you didn't get lucky, you still made like decent steady gold, right? And the upside to this dungeon is the potential epics that you can get. There's no like dungeon specific Mana Tombs item that's really good. We're talking about world drop TBC patterns and plans, and also epic transmog item items like the Felsteel Longblade, for instance. So in this first competition, you can see on the right side, it doesn't show everyone because I would have to scroll down, but there's like 50 people running Mana Tombs. And right now, we're 15 minutes in, and there's like no loot whatsoever, right? Like nobody has gotten anything. If I fast forward on this lag, you can see I'm right now done with my runs. There's 11 minutes left because it's a quite short dungeon, and there's one epic on the top 5 list. So 50 people running Mana Tombs, 500 runs, and we only got 2 epics. So I've been trying to say this for a very long time for the people that have been asking me about Mana Tombs as a gold farm, and I definitely don't recommend it. Haven't recommended it for a very long time because you can even go in the open world, right, and just like kill more mobs per hour doing an open world TBC farm than Mana Tombs, and you'll have a higher chance on paper of obtaining TBC recipes, like epic recipes and plans. So Mana Tombs is a bust. So like one way it was a good thing that we didn't get shit, because that just shows you that could have been you watching this video doing 500 runs on your own and only having 2 epics to show for it. That's RNG. You could have also gotten 20, right? You never know. But since we had such a bad run, we had to do another dungeon, right? So we went back to the dungeon called the Iron Docks in WoD, because some of you might remember, but we actually did this dungeon in a Giga like a couple months back. And This is a dungeon that's really interesting because there's green items and blue items that are unique, meaning that they don't share appearance with any other item in the game, so they tend to do very well. Like every single time that I've personally done loot from 100 runs of Iron Dogs, I've been doing really good. And on the high end of the scale, you have epic items such as the Blackrock Bulwark and also a Sheila's Belt, which are really valuable and super high in demand, really cool items. But when we did it last time, we didn't get shit. It was so bad, and everyone kept on saying, we got to do it again, right? And that doesn't justify Iron Dogs. We have to do it again. But if we fast forward on this one too, you see there's one epic right here that's on the list, and that's a cloak, and there was one guy getting a trinket. Now, don't get me wrong, some of these blue items are still good. Unique sells really well, but when we're bringing 50 people to spam the same dungeon, you're expecting to see some of the big loot. And once again, that could have been you or me running 500 runs, and that would be the same as what we did in an hour, and only getting what we were left with in this hour. So we didn't get any Blackrock Bulwarks, didn't get any Sheila Belt. It was just overall really bad. But I felt like I should still upload a video on this, because that's the truth about RNG, the hard truth about gold making. When you're doing farming for collectibles like this, you can do it for hours upon hours and just be never lucky, not get anything that's considered good, right? But then once again, you have the other side of the aspect where you can do a dungeon, you can 2 runs and you get something insane, something really valuable. And me, myself, I did 100 runs of Iron Dogs, and I got both the Blackrock Bulwark and a Sheila in 100 runs. Only me doing it 100 times. So that's what I think is one of the fun parts about farming collectibles, though. Like the thrill of the hunt. You never know what you're going to get. You might have a couple of bad hours, but then you have a really insane hour that really makes up for all the bad hours, right? So if you guys got any more suggestions on what we should run in these so-called gigalacks, leave a comment down below. And this is, by the way, free for everyone to join in. It's so cool to see that so many people are joining in on these. Even people from NA. I think we had 50% of the people joining were playing on NA. So it doesn't matter if you play Horde or Alliance, and it doesn't matter if you play on Oceanic realms, European realms, or NA realms. Everyone can still join in and do these runs, and we do them every single Saturday. Everyone is invited. So with that being said, that was pretty much it for this Saturday's Gigalack runs. Hopefully, we'll do better this upcoming Saturday. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see all of you back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.